Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out at the range today doing a little bit of shooting. Man, it's been about a day since I've been able to get out to the range and actually do some good shooting. But I brought out a couple of my fun favorite old 22s. This one we're going to do in this video is not terribly old, but it's getting up there. This one, let me do a flyby for you here. This one is a Savage, very unusual, dare I say rare Savage. It is empty. It was an empty shell. But what we have here is a Savage model 900 TR, and it is a target specific rifle made by Savage. And a little bit of history, and you guys from Canada are going to love this. This one is actually, so back in the 80s, Savage actually bought the company, which used to be called Lakefield, and Lakefield already had the Mark I and Mark II design, and were producing those. And I have a couple of Lakefields in my collection as well. A 91T and a 92S, I believe, are the model numbers I have. Basically the same gun as this. This one actually does say made by Savage Arms Canada, and it's the only one I've ever seen of this this model. So it's pretty cool. I know it's pretty rare, and as far as I can tell, it was made somewhere right around the early 90s, and basically the same action as a Mark I or Mark II. Oop, I heard somebody pulling in. And it's a great shooting gun. So we're going to shoot it at 50 yards. I have some Aguila Super Extra we're going to use for this shooting. We'll do a couple of groups. It is very windy out here, breezy most of the time, and gusting often. I've tried it with a couple of different ammos, and really seems to like this TAC 22 the best. I've tried some, or not TAC 22, the Norma Super, or Aguila Super Extra. I have tried the Norma TAC 22. It did okay with that. Tried some Federal Auto Match. Tried some Gecko. It did okay with all of those, but so far it's done the best with these Aguilas. So we'll shoot a couple of groups with this, and I'll measure them up and let you guys know what we have for a group size. Alright, so this is doesn't even have any option on it for mounting a scope or anything like that. It was specifically made for, it was really made for offhand shooting, probably at 50 feet or 10 meters or whatever, but I'm stretching it out to 50 yards here. And I do have my spotting scope set up here so I can see what I'm doing. You guys will be able to see it real time, but let's go ahead and see what we can do. I have 2-inch splatter bursts down there. I did have it zeroed with these, but probably the barrel's cooled down by now. All right. We'll call this first group a warm-up group, and then we'll but we'll still measure it. I had been shooting for 15 or 20 minutes, and the barrel was nice and warmed up, and then it took me about 20 minutes to set everything up, get the camera, new targets out, and Gave the barrel just enough time to... It's not looking terrible though. Not for me with open sights, that's for sure. I do have my Winchester 52D out here as well. We'll be testing some different ammos in that as well on another video, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so now let's go to another splatter burst and we'll see if we can tighten that up just a little bit. Okay. This gun does have a really nice trigger. Not as nice as the 52, but a really nice trigger. Alright. Of course, now the wind's going to start swirling around on me again. I meant to bring out my Vevor length measuring device and see how well it did at like 50 yards and 100 yards. It's supposed to measure up to 400 feet, so. That's actually really some really good shooting at 50 yards for me with open sights. Yep. I'm gonna do one more group with this same ammo, and then I will measure them up and we'll take a look. So those are our 2-inch splatter bursts, just for point of reference, if you guys are wondering. So if you go shopping for a Savage Mark 1 or Mark 2 now, you're basically getting the same action. This one has a monster of a barrel though. It's almost the same diameter from the back of the receiver all the way out to the front. So it is a gigantic barrel. When my glasses ride down on me, I can't see this ring in the back well enough, and that's when I start getting bad shots. I should just shoot it and then look afterwards. But I can't help but look. Looking like a good group. Can I keep it together? I'm not gonna look. Oh wow, yeah, there we go. All but one are in one ragged hole. That's nice. Let me pause the camera, I'll get that target, and I'll measure those up and let you guys know how I did. Stand by. Alrighty, I am back with the target, and I'll put a picture of each one of these up here as we talk about them. The first group, Not too bad. Had one flyer just off to the side there, and that kind of threw my group way off. But ended up with a 1 inch, 1/8 of an inch group on that one, or 1.25, I guess it would be, or 1.125. And then the next one was 1 inch, 1/16 of an inch, just a little bit smaller. But then the final one was 5/8 of an inch center to center between the upper one and that flyer off to the right. So, but that is just a little bit over MOA, and that is pretty awesome with open sights for me. And with the wind we got going out here too, I'll take it all day. I'll take all of those with the wind we got going out here. So, but yeah, this is one awesome rifle. It is unfortunate that it doesn't have any provisions for mounting a scope, and as rare as it is, I really would hesitate to drill and tap it. It's really, I think, going to be a collector's item down the road. Like I said, I have not seen another one of these for sale anywhere ever. So if that gives you any idea of how rare it might be, and I shop on Gunbroker and other places often, and I've never seen another one of these 900 TRs for sale. So there you go. That is some pretty good results at 50 yards for me for open sights. Hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.